So I am pretty pumped for E3. I don't know if you have watched the latest Examiner Gamer podcast, but the air is imminent. I am so hyped. So I went back and watched all three conferences of Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. And I kind of took note to see what games have kind of been absent throughout, I would say, last June to now. And there are 40 games that are not out, that are basically expected to be out this year or expected to be shown off at E3. So I kind of went down and basically made a little bit of a list, and then I'm going to talk about it. And that's what's going to be happening in this video, and you're going to be watching that now, and I'll be going through. So first up we have Microsoft, and this is Aztez. Now, it was supposed to come out in 2014, did not make the date. It's supposed to be coming out this year. There's a YouTube channel for the developer, and there's quite a few videos on there, but it's pretty quiet, as well as this next one below, which I'm pretty excited for because I like the developer Cappy. They also did Super Time Force, and they'll be doing Super Time Force Ultra for the PS4 probably this summer. It was first shown at E3 2013. It was shown again last year in a very small vignette kind of showcase, and they've showed it at tours, you know, at PAX and stuff like that to journalists, and people have played it and they seem to like it. The same goes for Crackdown. All they showed at E3 last year was a CG trailer, and people got pretty hyped. They have virtually shown nothing else and said nothing else since. Cuphead has shown a little bit since then. People have played it, and it's basically a boss game. It doesn't seem like there are levels you go through and then a boss. It's just you're Cuphead and you're fighting bosses. Next we have Earthlock. Now, I've played this one, Festival of Magic. It was a Kickstarter game. It kind of went away, and then it kind of re-kickstarted their Kickstarter, and I checked out the demo that they had of it, and I liked it a lot. It's one of my videos quite a long time ago, and they've made some progress since. Fable Legends, kind of crazy because it was announced as this 5-player thing where 4 people can play, and there's like a dungeon master kind of. It was recently showed as of February for like a Windows 10 conference, and it's like, oh, it's coming to PC, and the PC people and the Xbox people can play together. Oh, and by the way, it's free to play. Free? I don't have much to say about it. The last time they showed it was really that E3 snippet trailer, and the developers are working on it. There's not much on their page. Along with this next one, Grave, not a lot has been shown. It's slated for 2015 now. It's also coming to PS4, they announced, and there's not a lot. There's some videos kind of floating around on YouTube, but Halo 5 Guardians is kind of like obvious. They've recently they've had a pretty big campaign for their ads and stuff. There's 2 live action ones. There was a Power Armor, like a pre-order trailer, which didn't show gameplay, just CG. So we really haven't seen the game in action, well, except for the beta, but in terms of the single-player campaign, it's been quiet. Next is one that's kind of gone in and out of stuff, which is Hellraid. The developers behind like Dead Island. It is basically it looks kind of like Skyrim, where you're just a first-person fighting skeletons and other mythic things. It was supposed to come out in 2014, I think, and then it got kind of pushed back. This next one I'm so hyped for, Hyper Light Drifter. Holy crap. They've been showing it off quite a bit. They are going to be showcased at the AMD PC event at E3, so that's confirmed. Inside has not been shown since the trailer, and Inside is the game from the developers of Limbo. Lovers of Dangerous Space-Time, don't have much to say about it. It's been shown multiple times, kind of no word or release. Mighty Number 9 just got a release date for September 15th. That Dust was cancelled in April, so there's that. Rise of the Tomb Raider got that brief teaser. The March issue of Game Informer had like a bit of the articles, but not really else has been shown besides that CG trailer. It's Scalebound, again, nothing from Platinum since that teaser. Slash and Dash is kind of one of those small indies, not a lot on the website, a couple of updates here and there. The Division, Tom Clancy's Division, kind of was just stealthily announced that it's supposed to be coming out in the fourth quarter of Ubisoft's financial whatevers. So expect that between January and March 2016. It's nice that we got a release date, but it sucks that it's not coming out until 2016. This game has been showed off just like twice, and it's had multiple trailers, but it just seems like it's going through a weird development thing, and I think they're just really working hard to make it the best it can be. Especially since Watch Dogs wasn't the best that everyone wanted it to be. But let's move on to EA. A lot of weird stuff for EA. So first of all, BioWare's new IP, which they later revealed as Shadow Realms, was cancelled in February. Criterion Games' next Racer still has no name. Last year they showed just some art. Dawngate, that was cancelled in November of last year, so that's very old news. Mass Effect 4, again, really hasn't been talked about. They showed some art last year. And yeah, Mirror's Edge 2, they showed art last year. No gameplay has been shown. They the same thing with Ubisoft, kind of said that this is going to be coming out in the fourth quarter of next year, so expect between January and March. Only one that they have provided some knowledge about, which is Battlefront. Again, last year they showed art, and now recently at the Star Wars Celebration they showed a CG trailer. But people in the press did see gameplay, so it is real, and it's supposed to be coming out in November the 17th, I believe. And I could not be more hyped. I just want it to be awesome. I just really want an awesome Battlefront game. Let's move on to Ubisoft real quick. Most of the games are being talked about in other conferences, but the only one left is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, which has been shown very recently to the press, and they announced that it's coming out in October on the 13th, which is, I think, a week before they're having their release of Assassin's Creed. Moving on to Sony though, I'll speed things up a little bit here. Sony had Abzu, which is an indie game, again, kind of lost in the ether. Broforce is a Steam Early Access game. It's been on Steam Early Access for a long time. Should be coming soon. I think they were hinting at summer. Dead Island 2, they had like a demo last year at E3 that people could play at the show, and it was shown off. It hasn't really been shown off since. It's been delayed to 2016 as of, again, a couple weeks ago. Let It Die had a trailer at TGS post E3, and I don't think it's really been shown off. Metal Gear, of course, we don't even have to talk about the controversy with that thing. Who knows if Kojima's gonna be there or not. It's scheduled for the 1st of September. No Man's Sky is still vague on details and a release. It's supposed to be this year, but who knows. Ratchet & Clank got their set cast released. They have Rosario Dawson and John Goodman and Sylvester Stallone and a couple others. They haven't really shown anything of their trailer for the movie, and they haven't shown any footage of the actual game, which is supposed to be like a remake. And Uncharted 4, they had that brief teaser at the end of their conference that had a demo at the PlayStation Celebration in December. We know it's been delayed till 2016. Lastly, let's end things off with Nintendo. Devil's Third, which was a literal development hell for a long time. It was very dark. I think it was first shown in, gosh, I don't know, like 2009? It's been a long time. And they had a trailer for that last year, revealing that they did the same thing with Bayonetta, where it's like, hey, Nintendo is publishing this game after it's been dead for a long time. So Mario Maker has been actually shown off quite a bit as of last month, and it's supposed to be this fall. Star Fox for the Wii U has not officially been shown. Last year they showed an off-shoulder as Miyamoto's playing. It's like, oh yeah, I'm making Star Fox. Xenoblade Chronicles X came out in Japan fairly recently, and it's probably going to get an English announcement this year. So, I mean, there's tons of footage out there. So, I mean, it's out. Yoshi's Woolly World, there's not much to say about it. Last but definitely not least is Zelda for the Wii U, which has been delayed till 2016, which I think I called the beginning of the year. And Nintendo said that they're not going to be showing off this game at E3. They also said they're not going to be showing off anything mobile or anything for the NX. But if I could call BS at any of that stuff, it would be for this. Because it's been delayed, I imagine that they're having troubles with development. But in no means, it's been a lot of months, do they not have any more footage to show. It's just crazy if they don't show it. If they don't show anything, that is big trouble for it. So it might not even come out in 2016. It's just very weird. But those are the 40 games that will probably be at E3 in more or less some capacity, and will be releasing sometime this year, hopefully, except for some of them that I mentioned that were delayed to 2016. Anyway, what are your thoughts? What are some games that I missed? What are the games that you're looking forward to most coming out? And all that stuff, etc. So, catch you on the next show.
Boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, subscribe, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, subscribe.